Johanne, previous champ at that event. Tati just finaled there. They both charge. Tati, goofy foot, Johanne Defay, regular, and they're going head-to-head for a spot into the semifinals. An absolute super heat, and they're very high-scoring athletes when you look at their heat average there. Defay's been on a bit of a roll, specifically in this contest, and Davy Shipley, to find out what would be scoring throughout the week here at the U.S. Open. And Rosie, things got started quickly during the break with Tati heading towards the pier.
Tatiana drawing first blood, 2 great maneuvers out the back. We know how that's been scoring, Joe. The judges just lap it up when you get those major maneuvers out on the outside, and then bang, gets that reform section, knifes it vertically on her backhand. Johanne Defay, not to be outdone, she's up and riding. We know how dangerous this lady's backhand is. Her strength, for sure. She doesn't like the look of the rest of that wave, kicks out.
Accomplishment that's been very tough at the U.S. Open over the years. Defay now uses priority to set up her second scoring ride. Frontside sweep into the pocket. Early stages for Johanne. Doesn't need much to get a lead change, but she really wants to hammer this inside corner. End section float and an impossible landing with the bottom dropping out. Let's have another look here. Tati picking off a right-hander.
Tati getting that second wave of the set. She doesn't like it. She's out of there. And then Johanne winding up into this carving maneuver. We speak about Johanne's backhand. It's one of her strengths, but her forehand is silky smooth as well. And those surfboards, she mentioned them yesterday, just feel so good underneath her feet. Gets a little hung up there as she tries to eliminate.
A couple of fresh Mayhem blades under her arm there to choose from, and back to live action with Tatiana. First turn, nice and clean off the top. Whips it into the oncoming section. Now laying low in the reform. Sealed the deal with 2 big turns out the back. Now with the momentum into the double up. Will she go the distance? Little low road inside corner that allows her to throw one final maneuver, but she lets go.
Yeah, she was just gripped by the lip of that wave, unable to ride out of it to build on that scoreline, and that's exactly what she's done here, just backing up that 6. This sweep from Tats, and then this last maneuver, just really hammering it home. There's that extra bit of aggression that she put into that turn, and the judges take note of that. And then also finding this inside section, but almost a similar fate to what Johanne Defay suffered on her last wave. Just trying to find any kind of power to give her the push to ride that maneuver out, and she just doesn't find the exit.
Always looking for Tyler to just come out with intensity and show the world that she is currently #1 as we watch this one unfold with Defay. Speed turn towards the pilings. Still looking for the lead off Tatiana. That one's not going to help her out.
Yeah, we're just touching on the rhythm that she doesn't want to be on this tour to be a qualifier. She wants to be a contender, and I think everyone wants to show up and contend for that world title.
Big hack out the back for Weston-Webb. And she'll get out of there. Still the heat leader. Started with a 6.0. Her boyfriend from Brazil, so she understands Portuguese quite well as we look at that one maneuver opportunity.
Yeah, great maneuver for Tatiana, but I think what that could do is have Johanne be in a position to change that rhythm around. Those success stories are all over the place. We think about Wiggly Dantes. He was going to give it one last shot and qualified with ease. So you think about Stu Kennedy last year getting the injury replacement, keeping the points. So it really does ignite your hunger when you say, okay, this is my last shot. I'm deciding that I want to put all my energy into this. You have Jeremy Flores backing you and realizing your talents. Big bottom turn and a solid first snap off a right for Defay, and she'll end up going down on the second move. Oh, that's gonna cost her, Joe. Fight for the lead as we see what happened here. Yeah, paddling into a beautiful right-hander. The timing on that first move was so strong. She just needed to slow it down a little bit and bring that board right underneath her feet. She kind of released the tail, and then that wave didn't have enough push. I think today we've seen a lot of that south swell. There's the lefts on offer, but today with the northwest mid-combo swell, we're going to see a lot more rights. It's going to offer up a lot of opportunity for the girls to put some scores on the board. Tati, little snap out the back, now fading carving turns just to stay in the source of the wave here. Now it's starting to open up for her. Squares up vertical. Can she hang on? That one just throws her down right on the inside corner. Jackie Wright sometimes makes wildcard appearances, and Glenn Hall is always by her side.
As we get back into live action, important ride here for Johanne Defay. 2 big moves. This is the comeback wave she was hoping for. Best wave before this, 3.67. She's going to get into the reform without a problem, making sure that she's going to stay on her feet. Great maneuver choice just to get the completion off the lip. Tati was out the back. Looks like she went down. We'll catch up to that heat in a moment here.
Headstrong that she wanted to ride out of that maneuver. This is what Tati got on the outside on this wave. Wow, her forehand is just so impressive. Just one hit for her. I don't think it's going to improve her scoreline, but this is the change in attitude for Johanne Defay. That backhand sweep on display. But this move right here, releasing a lot of water out the back. That inside connection is all hers. She does the work for it. It's not easy, Joe, making it through that flat water, and Johanne Defay making sure that she completes it. In the context of this heat, I wonder if it's going to be a border under her feet. There's a lot of foam in it. A lot of the forward point is above her front foot, so she can just lean on that and get some speed.
Tati, big wind up, and she'll get clipped on the first turn. So a tough one for Weston-Webb, not controlling that major move.
Yeah, definitely. Well, here she goes.
Fighting for the score now. Weston-Webb now is something to fight for. Big bully inside corner to work with, and she'll belt it shut. So it looks like she's prepared to fight for her U.S. Open title. She's the defending champ.
Electing for her backhand this time. First maneuver floats straight into that bottom turn, top turn connection. Let's talk about making that inside connection look easy. Tatiana had this one on lock too, so a great finishing move. I think, you know, this could be a seesaw battle.
Defay's been waiting for a chance with priority to try to fight back for a semi-final berth at the U.S. Open, and it's going to all come down to this wave. Clean rail work, keeping that steady out the back, and now she needs something real big on the inside reform to really seal the deal. Well, she's gone the distance. Here's the windup at the buzzer and a big layback hack to put it on the line. She needs a 5.63 to take this one on the buzzer from Tatiana.
Wow, what a moment for Johanne. You know, we talk about even matchups. This is one of those, it's better than others, and that was better than what we've seen. So what did she get on the outside? Because Richie also mentioned those outside maneuvers. That's where the meat of the score comes from. So just linking this one through. This is the move on the inside that's going to really grab the judge's attention.
Oof. So you see in Johanne Defay's mind, she probably wanted more of a wall out the back, but boy did she recover on the inside from just not getting the wave she was hoping for.
Close. Oh, there it is, Joe.
Scores coming in for Johanne Defay, a 4.73, not enough. The defending champ, Tatiana Weston-Webb, barely gets by Defay in a close decision as she'll move on to the semifinals.